Hello and welcome to another catch-up video. In today's video, we will continue with our lessons on evolution. We will begin by reviewing what we've already learned, and then we will introduce two new topics, one that is natural selection, and the other that is called heredity. So, what do we know about evolution actually? What do we remember? Who created and discovered this concept? That's right, Charles Darwin, who lived in the 1800s. And what year did he travel to the Galapagos Islands? Well, in 1831, he left Britain to study and collect rock, plant, and animal samples. They traveled to these islands off of South America. By 1859, Darwin started and published his book titled The Theory of Evolution by Natural Selection. Darwin went on to explain how two animals that should have looked the same could actually end up looking quite different, like these two finches that were on two separate islands who adapted through natural selection of selecting the best traits fitted to their environment. Darwin proposed something entirely different than every other single standard in the scientific world when he published his books. Christians today, and back then, believed in creationism, where each animal is created separately, uniquely, and basically on purpose. That Darwin proposed that animals respond to their environment, changing themselves to be better suited for the environment. So now what happens to animals that can't survive in their environments? Well, sadly, they die out because they can't get enough food, or they can't fight for a mate to have babies with, or they're too weak to protect those babies. So others who are different and therefore stronger, who can protect their mate and their babies, will survive to pass those genes to their babies and those other characteristics to their babies.
Weighing almost a ton, they use power and speed to try and push each other off their feet. This male is lucky to escape a fatal stabbing. For the winner, the prize is a whole harem of females. The delicate-banded demoiselle knows that what every girl wants is fast-flowing water, rich in life-giving oxygen, as the best place to lay her eggs. Each male, in his shining metallic armor, is prepared to fight for the best patch in a graceful aerial competition. The victor has won a patch where the river riffles round a fallen branch. Faster running water that is just what the ladies are looking for. One by one, the stallion sees them off. The females had ringside seats, and his prowess has not gone unnoted.
So the passing down of physical and mental characteristics, or traits, or genes, to the next generation is called heredity. Heredity is why siblings look alike and similar to their parents, or even their grandparents. Actually, the other day in class, Alex brought up a great example. She told us that her parents and siblings all have blue eyes, but she shares green eyes with her grandmother. So that means even though Alice's parents don't show they are holding the green eye trait, they must be. So as you can imagine, there are many traits that can be passed down from parents to offspring. here is a picture of just a couple, like your hairline, if you can roll your tongue or not. Some people can make a 4-leaf clover. Well, I guess it's 3-leaf. Which thumb you put over your hand when you clasp your hands together. The shape of your ears, which toe is the longest. Even how close or how far apart your teeth are from each other. These are all traits that can be passed down from grandparents to parents to children to children to children. And see, this is just one very funny but really great example of how you can basically turn up being half of your parents. So now let me introduce to you what a Punnett square is and how it can basically show you why Alice and her grandmother have green eyes, and while nobody else does, basically that traits can be predicted. So you see, people hold 2 traits for everything that we see. One that's shown and one that isn't. Only one trait that is passed down from our parents, each of them, and that's why we have 2, one from each. The one we see is called the dominant trait, and the other one is called the recessive trait. In Alice's case, we can assume that the blue eyes are dominant and the green eyes are actually recessive. So let me show you how to fill out a Punnett square. So here we have our Punnett square. Let's put Dad at the top and Mom on the side. Let's assume in Alice's case that both of her parents have one dominant gene and then one recessive gene. And that we just fill the box out with one of each in Dad's and one of each of Mom's. And we actually come to find out we have a 25% chance for green eyes and a 75% chance for blue eyes. So let's have some more practice with this, shall we? Here is a homework assignment for you. You need to copy it down and the one that follows as well, and turn those in to make up for your absence. So we have 4 problems right here, all with different combinations of traits. And let's just fill those boxes in like we know how. And then here's a little silly one I found. Since it is Christmas and all, I thought we could help Papa Elf and Mama Elf predict what their baby elf will look like. So we have 3 Punnett boxes, one for eye color, one for nose length, and one for ear shape. Again, please fill down these on some paper and turn them on in. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.